mathematicians. Today we're going to be starting our unit on circles and circumference. So today we're just going to be kind of doing the intro piece to it. So here we go. So a circle is all the points equidistant from a given point, which is called the center of the circle. The radius is from the center of the circle to the circle itself. The chord, this is probably a new vocab word for you. The chord connects any 2 points on the circle, but does not go through the center of the circle. And then the diameter is what you call the chord that does go through the center. So I said that it does not, the chord doesn't, right? We call it a diameter when it does go through the center. Okay, so radius, diameter, you probably already knew. Chord was maybe something a little bit newer. Okay, so here we want to identify a chord, a diameter, and a radius. So the chord is going to be segment AC. And then we've got the diameter, which goes through the center. And then the radius is going to be really anywhere from E to the N. So really it could be BD or ED or EB. All right. So again, identifying them, something you've had practice with before. Same thing here. Your radius is going to be, we've got 4 of them here. Those are each your radius. Your diameter is going to be the total distance across that goes through the center. And then your chord is going to be connecting any 2 points on that circle at all. Okay, and so we're going to learn about different relationships between their lengths and how they all work together. So super exciting stuff. Here's a multiple choice question. Which segment is not a chord? That's going to be FN because it's the radius. Again, AT is a chord, but we call it the diameter because it goes through the center of it. All right. Radius, diameter relationships. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Radius is half the diameter. Radius is the diameter divided by 2, so half the diameter. And then the diameter is double the radius. Like that is something that we should know going into now, right? And then if RT is 21 centimeters, then QV, which is a radius, is going to be half of that, 10.5. So again, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time hashing out diameter and radius. I do want to talk about different parts of circles though, because this just to kind of, some of this is a little bit new. So 2 circles are congruent if they have the same radii. Again, radii is the plural version of radius. We don't say radiuses, we say radii. So 2 circles are congruent if their radii are congruent. Cool. All circles are similar. Okay, that means they have the same shape, just different sizes. And you also have concentric circles. They're coplanar, so it means they're on the same plane, and they have the same center. So concentric circles have the same center, and they're on the same plane. Good stuff. All right, so here we go. Ooh, this is fun. All right, so the diameter of circle X is 22 units. The diameter of circle Y is 16 units, and WZ is 5. Find X, Y. I love these type of problems. Okay, so what we know is that this is 5. All right, we also know the diameter of X is 22, which means the radius is 11. So this distance is 11 because it's the radius. And we know that the diameter of Y is 16, which means that radius is 8. So this radius is 8. So we need to find out the total distance. So if I draw this over here, and I do X, and I do W, I just need a little more room. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. I know that this distance is 5. I know this distance is 11, which makes XW 6. And I know that WY is 8, which makes ZY 3. So XY is 6 plus 5 plus 3, which is 14 units. I love these types of problems. They're so fun. And then you throw in some algebra and some variables. It's like perfect, right? Okay, so circumference, you know that the circumference is pi times diameter, or 2 times pi times radius. You've heard that. It's been a couple years, but again, it's one of those ideas that should be kind of ingrained in our mind by now. So here we go. The unisphere is a giant steel globe that sits in Flushing Meadows Corona Park in Queens, New York. It has a diameter of 120 feet. Find the circumference. Okay, so we're going to take the circumference is equal to pi d, and so the circumference is going to be 3.14 times 120. So I'm going to grab my calculator, and I got that the circumference is 376.8 feet. Now, when we're talking, I want you to use 3.14 for pi unless it specifies otherwise, okay? So use 3.14 for pi unless it specifies otherwise. That'll help keep our answers a little bit closer in check. Okay, now, okay, so we're gonna find the exact circumference of, Circle K. Now, bringing back trig functions. So what we have here is that we have a right triangle. We have two sides are the exact same amount because they're both a radius of that circle. So we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Now, what do we remember about the side lengths of a 45, 45, 90 triangle? If we have so pulling back our memory a little bit, it hasn't gone away. We keep using it. All right, so 45, 45. If we have equal sides, then the hypotenuse is x square roots of 2. That's the relationship in a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So the radius is going to be 3. Now, how do I find circumference? Circumference is equal to pi d. So the diameter is going to be 6, so pi 6. Now look what it says here. If it asks for the exact circumference, keep the pi symbol and don't round. You're going to be asked to do this on a few assignments in here. We've got to make sure you know that exact means keep the pi symbol. So my circumference, my answer is going to be 6 pi units. No rounding, no decimals. If we want exact, we want exact. And because pi is an approximation, we want to keep it as the pi symbol so it's exact. Such fun stuff. All right, so the diameters of circle D, circle B, and circle A are 4, 9, and 18 inches, respectively. That means the diameter of circle D is 4, circle B is 9, and circle A is 18. That's what they mean by respectively. They go in the same order. We want to find AC. Again, you guys, this is so fun. So, okay, so D, C, I'm just writing it out here because it's just a little bit easier for me to see. You don't have to do that, but for me it helps. So what I know is the diameter of D is 4. So that means DC is 2, because that's the radius. And I know the diameter of B is 9. So from here to here is 9. So that means this is 4.5, because that's like the radius. Oh, that makes this 2.5 then. Yep. And then AE, let's see here. That is the circle A is 18. So this is 9. And what do I want to find? AC. AC. Oh, so that's going to be 7 units. I love this stuff. This is so fun. All right. So you'll have time to work on your assignment, and I'll plan to see you soon. Bye.